Today we are going to be talking about required minimum distributions. It's not often that we get rule changes in regards to RMDs, but this year we actually have two. And the first, I will just mention in passing, and that is that the start age for which you have to take your first RMD was moved from the calendar year in which you turn 70 and a half to the calendar year in which you turn 72. So the IRS understands that people are living longer, so they just push that start age back a little bit. Now the second one, the more noteworthy one, which is what we'll focus on today, came about as a result of the CARES Act, which was passed in late March of 2020. It's more commonly known as the coronavirus stimulus bill. And there was just a lot packed into this bill. There was the stimulus checks that were mailed out. There was the paycheck protection program for small business owners. There were rule changes in regards to when you could take a distribution from an IRA, and you could spread the tax payments out over 3 years if you wanted. And then there were also rule changes about taking loans from 401k accounts. And so there's just a lot packed into this bill. But one of the more mentionable things is that they suspended required minimum distributions for this year. That means anybody who normally had to take an RMD, whether it was from an IRA, a 401k, 403b, 457, a beneficiary or inherited account, if you normally had to take a required minimum distribution, the IRS said you no longer had to, which is all well and good. But what the initial act did not do was clarify what people who had already taken either a portion or all of their RMD prior to the act being passed, what they could do with that money, where they just kind of left, oh, tough luck, you have to pay those taxes that already came out, you can't put it back in, or there are going to be some remediations. And so thankfully, the IRS within the last couple of weeks has issued final guidance to help out people who are kind of stuck in that limbo. And what they have said is that if you took an RMD from one of these accounts that you no longer want, you have until August 31st to put that money back in, and you will not have to worry about any taxes. Now, the mechanics of how you do this are going to vary by custodian. And so if you took an RMD that you want to get back into a retirement account, I would encourage you to call the custodian just to see what the easiest way is going to be to do that. And I would also loop in your CPA just to make sure that you're dotting all your I's, you're crossing all the T's, because you don't want to do anything to run afoul of the IRS. So if you have questions about these rule changes and the final guidance and what it means for you, we would love to hear from you here at Beacon Wealth Care. Thank you for watching.